Underneath the vast expanse of sky and surf, where sunlight fractures into dancing patterns on the sand, most people imagine divers chasing colourful fish or exploring hidden reefs. Yet, every so often something extraordinary breaks the surface of routine. A desperate plea for help, carried silently through the tides. What if the call didn't come from a stranded swimmer or a broken vessel, but from the very heart of the ocean? So, this is the story of a diver whose day beneath the waves turned into an unforgettable rescue mission. It began as a typical excursion into the Atlantic waters off Jupiter, Florida, yet it ended with a bond that transcended species, proving that true heroes can emerge where we least expect them. Josh Eccles isn't your average thrill seeker. For the past 5 years, he's carved a life in the briny blue, working with Emerald dive charters and immersing himself in the underwater world 3 times each day, every day. Picture a man at ease in his element, the gentle hiss of his regulator, the comforting weightlessness pressing against his skin, and the kaleidoscope of marine life swirling around him like living stained glass. Eccles stands 6'3", 200 pounds of lean, sinewy muscle honed by daily drops into the deep. Over time, he's learned to read the ocean's language, every flick of a fin, every dart of a snapper's tail. His experience makes him confident, almost at home. Yet even veterans can meet the unexpected. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to dive into more real-life oceanic adventures every single day. Now, back to the story. On that particular morning, the sun rose over calm seas, painting the horizon in ribbons of gold. Eccles and his team slipped beneath the surface, the world above fading into soft blue hush. They moved as a close knot of divers, lantern-like beams, probing the depths. Then, out of the corner of his mask, Eccles noticed something odd. A lemon shark, its smooth yellow-grey skin shimmering, lingering at an unusual distance. Lemon sharks aren't strangers here. They're regular bump-ins on local dives. Yet this one didn't hurry. Bye. Instead, she circled back again and again, each time edging closer. With every pass, the shark's head and powerful frame brushed against Eccles' suit, like a restless guest insisting on conversation. Why was she so persistent? Eccles watched, curiosity tinged with unease. Lemon sharks typically greet divers with a gentle nudge, but this felt different, urgent, almost pleading. Each bump came with a flash of something darker. The shark lifted her head, arching her back to expose her pale, spotted belly. The sight sent a jolt through his chest. Was she showing him something? In all his years diving these waters, he'd never seen a shark behave like this. No tricks, no playful bumping, instead a deliberate beckoning. Something was wrong. He signaled to his buddies, a subtle thumbs-up turned questioning gesture, and they broke formation, hovering close. Together, they circled the shark, concern blooming in the soft glow of their torches. Eccles drifted forward, the water cool against his cheek. With a gloved finger, he gently probed the shark's exposed belly. His heart thundered. Beneath the slick skin lay a gleaming trap. A massive rusted hook embedded deep in her muscle. The metal caught the light in a sickly flash, like a dark jewel against her pale flesh. Eccles sucked in a breath, tasting salt and adrenaline. Without hesitation, he grabbed a pair of pliers from his belt, its weight a reassuring presence at his side. He reached out, but as soon as he touched the hook, the shark bolted, shooting away like a shadow flickering in the blue. Eccles froze, the ocean echoing with silence. Had he frightened her? For a long moment, the water held its breath. Then the lemon shark reappeared, more resolute than before. She swam directly toward Eccles, tail swishing in wide, deliberate arcs. Sizing her up, he anchored himself with a gentle grip on her sturdy head, feeling the grainy texture of her skin beneath his glove. The shark floated eerily still in his grasp, as though entrusting him with her survival. Slowly, methodically, Eccles inserted the pliers around the hook's curve. The hook's curve. He felt the cold resistance as he tugged. Pull. The hook refused to budge, its barbs lodged in sinew like the anchor of a drifting ship. Eccles' arms shook. The pressure built, a clash of wills between human and shark. Then pop, a jolt, sharp as lightning. The hook slid free, releasing a thin ribbon of crimson that dissolved into the blue. Eccles held the metal trophy aloft. It was larger than he'd anticipated, roughly the size of his own hand, with barbs that spoke of old, forgotten gear. He stared at it, incredulous, every fibre of his being buzzing with relief. The shark, sensing relief of her own, flicked her tail and nudged Eccles gently, as if to say a thank you. For a heartbeat, man and beast drifted face to face, two sentient souls sharing a moment across the gulf of species. Later, Eccles would puzzle over how the hook ended up there. His team speculated it was swallowed long ago. Perhaps the shark mistook it for prey over a year back, and it had slowly worked its way through muscle and skin until it emerged where Eccles found it. No wonder she could barely swim without pain. The idea that this creature carried a hidden wound for so long painted a picture both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring. Nature's resilience, fighting through human carelessness. All the while, the dive team filmed every second. Cameras bobbed in the current, catching the drama in high definition. The gleam of metal, the shark's dark eye, Eccles' careful focus. Then, as if on cue, the lemon shark drifted toward one of the underwater cameras, nudging it lightly. In that gesture there was gratitude, pure and wordless, an echo of a thank you louder than any human voice. After a moment, she turned and glided into the depths, her silhouette shrinking against the sunlit blue. The team watched until she disappeared beyond view, hearts pounding with the aftershock of what they'd witnessed. Back on the boat, Eccles sat with salt-crusted cheeks, the hook placed gently on a towel before him. No fanfare, just quiet awe. He traced the metal's curve, imagining the day it went in, the months of agony it caused, and the freedom now restored. Around him the ocean rolled on, indifferent yet grateful. In that stretch of open water, a simple act of kindness had bridged the gap between two worlds. Austere. He felt small and enormous all at once. If this journey beneath the waves moved you as much as it moved us, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs a reminder of the power of compassion. Who knows what wonders await just below the surface? Subscribe and click the bell to join us for more remarkable encounters, because out here, every dive can turn into an epic story. What will we discover next? Beyond the sunlit reef where she vanished, the ocean seemed to hum with possibility. In the days that followed, Josh Eccles found himself returning to that very spot, scanning the water for a familiar silhouette. Each dive carried a renewed sense of purpose, not just exploration, but stewardship. He shared the story with fellow divers and local fishing crews, urging them to inspect their gear and remove discarded hooks. Slowly, the community began to organize beach cleanups and marine safety workshops, turning one remarkable rescue into a movement that might spare countless creatures unnecessary suffering. Back beneath the waves, Eccles noticed subtle changes. A curious juvenile shark darting through the current where the lemon shark once swam, as though checking in on its old friend. In that moment, he realized that compassion ripples outward. One brave act can ignite many more. So, as you plan your next adventure, remember, even the smallest kindness can echo through the deep, carrying hope to where it's needed most. What will your ripple be?